Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Today, Stella and I are sniffing our way through the new Kringle and Country Candle Holiday 2024 fragrances. The Kringle candle video already went up a little bit earlier on today. So if you would like to hear my second sniff impressions and Stella's first sniff impressions of the Kringle candle releases, I will be sure to link that video in the description box right below this one here. And in this video, we are going to tackle my second sniff impressions and again, Stella's first sniff impressions of the country candle jars. So there are 6 for us to smell through, and I'm really excited to share these with all of you as well. If you are interested in picking any of these candles up, I'll go ahead and link Kringle Candle in the description box right below this video here. I will also put my discount code, which is Melanie15. That is an affiliate discount code. That'll save you 15% off the purchase of these, or you can always use your rewards points, obviously. They're not on sale yet. They will probably go on sale in about a month and a half, I expect. Typically, new releases from Kringle are not put on sale for a little while after the initial release. So that is coming. These are our holiday candles for this year, so they will be around for the foreseeable future. If any of these large or medium jars sell out, they should be repoured. No, the daylights and the wax melts are not available yet, but those are going to be coming. So if that's what you're looking for, if you just want to start with daylights or wax melts to see how you feel about the fragrances, I always think that's a really good idea. Those should be on the website, hopefully, fingers crossed, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but I don't know for sure. So just be aware that those have not launched quite yet. So without further ado, I've got Stella off to the side here, and I asked her just to speak up a little bit more in this video. I don't think that the mic is picking up as much of her voice as it is mine. So by the way, she is off camera because she is only 12 years old, and I like to respect her, as she rolls her eyes, respect her privacy when it comes to this kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe in a few years, if she's good with it, we'll get her in front of the camera, but as of right now, she's still a little girl, but she likes helping her mama out, so that's what she's doing today. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys, we are going to get started. I'm basically just going to be grabbing these and showing you guys the labels, reading you the fragrance notes, and then we're gonna see how Stella and I both feel about these. I'm very excited about these jars because I happen to really like a lot of the labels in the Country Candle collection. This go around, there's some really beautiful ones. So let's get started with Christmas in Manhattan, which is a gorgeous kind of cornflower blue shade of wax. And then here we have just the, it looks like part of the skyline there of Manhattan with a Christmas tree off to the side. Looks very festive, very New York, right?
New York.
New York, New York. Okay, what do we think about the color of the wax?
I think it fits with the label.
It fits with the label, but do you like blue for Christmas?
I think if it has something to do with New York, kind of.
Okay, so if you had a New York themed situation in your house for Christmas,
yeah,
that lends itself to the color blue. All right, this is an opinion that I did not know she had, but I'm gonna hand this to you and give us your thoughts.
Okay, it smells like tree sap.
Okay.
And kind of like a spearmint.
Okay.
And probably gonna be my favorite one. It kind of smells like cologne, but like not too much, just like a tiny, tiny bit.
Okay.
But I need the wax smell. It smells so good.
Okay, so Stella wants the wax melt. Of course, they're not available. I'll get them for you when they come in stock. I'll place an order for some wax melts just for Stella with this one. So the notes here, I'm really glad I didn't read these first because I feel like you kind of picked up on some of this. So the notes are green, aromatic, citrus, fir, patchouli, moss, and sweet musk. But I have to agree with Stella that there's something in here that's, did you say mint?
Like spearmint.
Spearmint?
I think that you should like not tell me the notes and then I'll smell it and then just say the notes at the end.
Okay, yeah, let's do that because she's pretty good. There is something in here that is coming across as a really fresh kind of spearminty type of vibe. Like she's really spot on with that. And her statement of this smelling a little bit like perfumey or cologne-y, I would agree with her. I think this one comes off a little bit perfumey to my nose and leaning slightly more masculine. It's a very fresh fragrance. I think the perfuminess that we're getting here is definitely coming from the patchouli. It's a really nice patchouli. It is not the earthy patchouli at all. You do smell the fir note in here, which is giving you that Christmas vibe, which is where I think she was getting that like sap type note because it is kind of a sweeter fir. The aromatic, would you consider this particularly aromatic?
I don't know what aromatic.
She doesn't know what aromatic means. That's fine. That's fine. We'll discuss it later. And then sweet musk. I do think there is a little bit of a muskiness to this one. Again, I think it kind of pairs with that patchouli really well. And it's giving us this really great, fresh, slightly minty, cool air. Apparently Christmas in Manhattan type of vibe. So do you like this one?
Love it.
Love it. Okay. We have a love it from Stella. We have a I like it from me and an I love it from Stella. Okay. This next one.
I can always take it, you know.
This next one is called Winter Spice. And we have a medium jar here. So let me show you guys the label. Just kind of a straightforward label with some dried orange slices, some pine cones. Looks like we've got some cinnamon, some tree boughs. So I'm guessing this is going to be a kind of classic holiday tree type fragrance potentially with some citrus notes. So let me go ahead and hand this over to Stella for her first sniff impressions, and then I'll tell you guys what the notes are.
One sec.
What you thinking?
It's like I didn't look at the nose, I just did that, but it's like bubble.
She found the bubble on the label.
It kind of smells like I can't remember which family member. It smells like one of their houses.
Is it Gretchen? Auntie Gretchen?
No, Aunt Heather.
Aunt Heather. Okay.
Yeah, it smells like that.
It smells like Heather's house. I think
Around
she'll like
Christmas.
hearing that. Around Christmas, yeah. Because they get a fresh tree every year, right? Yeah. Stella and I always admire our sister-in-law's trees because she gets the really like super tall, noble fir trees. They're gorgeous and they're like 12 feet tall. They're enormous. And so her house always smells like a fresh Christmas tree, which is really nice. But our notes here are citrus, berry, cinnamon, clementine, clove, and nutmeg.
I can smell the clementine.
You can smell that clementine? Yeah, that's very citrusy, isn't it? I feel like the citrus part that's mentioned in here is basically just kind of this clementine note that's mentioned a little bit later on in the fragrance notes. This has the slightest amount of like spice to it. It's quite fresh. I really like the clementine in here. There is some clove. It's not a heavy clove note. There's definitely some nutmeg. It's not heavy on the nutmeg, and the cinnamon here is really nice. It is definitely more of like the Ceylon cinnamon. It's not the red hot spicy cinnamon that is in the, where is it? Oh, here it is. The frosted spice from the Kringle jar lineup. This is a very red hot cinnamon in here. This is much more of like a bakery gourmand type cinnamon. I prefer this over the frosted spice myself. What about you? And that was your favorite, so what do you think spice wise?
The country candle one.
You like the country candle one more now?
Yeah, but I still like this one. It smells good. It's just like.
Are you just liking the citrus?
I mean, the citrus makes it like
Fresh.
fresh.
It's very juicy, isn't it?
Fresh.
It's a fresh, juicy clementine in here. I like this a lot. I love citrus scents around the holidays. That's why I have such a love of orange pomander fragrances. I love that clove combined with that ripe, juicy, fresh orange. I just think it's so delicious. You smelling the other ones again?
Yeah.
She's sticking her nose in yesterday's candles. We definitely ran out of steam after filming the first video yesterday. That is why I look a little bit different today. Our attention spans went burp. So we just filmed one yesterday and we figured we'd do the other one on Sunday morning. So here we are. Okay, this next one, I really love this label. I'm a huge sucker for like the vintage Santa Claus pictures, and this one has a great one. This is called Here Comes Santa Claus. Love this label.
Why is it blue?
Why is it blue? I know. Wouldn't this one be gorgeous if it was like a burgundy or like a deep green?
Not green.
Oh, she doesn't like green.
Red.
Okay, she wants red. I want like a gorgeous deep hunter green. I think that would have been stunning with this one, but blue's fine. Listen, it's fine. There are people that love blue. It's just not my thing. Okay, so I think you're gonna like this one. I really like this one. It's very classic.
It smells like when Dad gets tree sap on his hands and I make fun of him for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Tree sap. No, just would touch my nose again.
Did it go up your nose?
No, it just touched like right here.
Okay, this is it's one of those like very spot on, very accurate, true holiday tree type fragrances. Kringle does these incredibly well, I feel like, and this one is no exception. So our notes here are balsam, fir, aromatic, aldehydes, wood, and musk. This is it's a slightly cooler, slightly more outdoorsy tree type scent, right? Like this one doesn't smell like a super warm tree that's like inside the house, right?
Yeah.
More of like a fresh air outside kind of smell. I think it's the like aromatic as well as those aldehyde notes coming in to kind of add that freshness. The musk that's in here, I think plays more of a supporting role. This doesn't smell like a musky kind of fragrance per se, but the balsam and the fir here, you guys, is lovely. And she's spot on with that like sap type note, the resin. I really do smell that in here as well. Craig does a lot of, he owns a wood miser, so he does a lot of, you know, like work with different types of trees and stuff. So he does come home smelling like tree sap sometimes. So that's what Stella is referencing there. This is beautiful. I really like this one. Would you give it 2 thumbs up or just a thumbs up? A 1.5?
Yeah.
We're getting a 1.5 thumbs here from Stella, and we're getting 2 thumbs from me. Let's keep going. I'm gonna grab this red one, which is Cran Apple Toddy. She's already giving me the So on this label, it looks like we have a little toddy here that has some apple slices, some cinnamon, it looks like maybe some rosemary and some star anise. So kind of a lot going on in this cocktail here. It's loaded down with goodness. And we have a nice red wax. It's a little bit, I don't know, I don't love this shade of red. I prefer more of a like deeper burgundy red, and Stella agrees with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of it's a nice tomato red, but I don't know, I prefer it to be a little deeper for the holidays, but it is what it is. So I want to see what she thinks about this one. So I'm gonna hand it over to her.
Bubble in the wax.
There's a bubble in the wax.
No bubbles on the bottom.
No bubbles on the bottom.
Okay.
So that bottom label.
That removes like half a point.
Oh, I don't think she likes this one. I'm getting that.
I'm not the biggest fan of like apple scents.
Really?
Yeah, like I like the smell of apples, but like when you put it in a candle with other things, it just doesn't go together. I think if they remove the apple note, it'd be scrumptious, but I give it a 1. One of the half of the points is because it doesn't have a bubble in the label, and the other point is because I just don't really like the apple note.
I am so disappointed, right? You don't like apple scents?
Not really.
Ugh, break my heart. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I love apple scents. Kringle, keep it up. You're doing great with the apples. But apparently, okay, that's fine. You can have opinions. That's fine. Our notes are apple, berry, currant, fruit, sweet, and amber. And I think this smells very fruity. This is very sweet. It's very fruity. She thinks it's too sweet. It's rather intense on the sweetness level here for sure. There is apple in here. And surprisingly, I don't mind the currant that's in here. I usually have a negative like scent memory association with currant. It's just one of those fragrance notes that whenever I smell it, I'm like, oh, it just reminds me of a person, and you know, it's not someone I would care to remember. So, but I really do like the berry that's in here. I like how that plays with the apple note. The apple note, it's a little bit generic. It's just, maybe just think of like, maybe like a Macintosh. It is a sweeter, crispier apple note. And I feel like the berry that I'm smelling here is a blackberry. And that noise that you're hearing in the background is Stella playing with the bubbles. On the bottom of the label, sometimes they don't adhere properly and you'll have like little bubbles. So she likes playing with those. So if that's driving you nuts, blame her. She's fidgeting. But yeah, that blackberry type note combined with that apple is just really lovely. And the currant, listen, it's definitely more of a red currant, but it's not the main focus of the fragrance. And I think there's enough going on elsewhere in this one where it kind of makes the currant a lot more tolerable for me. I do think that there is some amber in this fragrance as well, which gives it just a little bit of perfuminess. Not a lot. It definitely smells more along the lines of a fruity scent than it does a perfumey fragrance. There is just a little touch of that for sure. I'll be curious to see if that develops anymore once this one is lit. But when they say sweet, they really do mean sweet with this particular fragrance. So I would say be mindful about this one if you are a little bit hesitant about the sweetness level, because it might be a bit too much for her. She's sticking her nose in the Manhattan candle again. I can tell she's got a thing for that one. So, all right, you ready for, we've got two more. Let's do it. Okay, I think we're both gonna like this one. What do we think about the label?
Yeah.
It's a gourmand. So we have gingerbread tiramisu, which, yes, please, delicious. We'll take some of that. So, okay. I don't want to like be biased. I don't want to like bias you in any kind of way.
Okay, bubbles.
She found a bubble on the label, so that's good.
Oh. It smells like coffee when you put like too much like sweetener and creamer in it, but like the smell is good, but not the taste.
Are you making coffee for yourself?
No, it was a long time ago and I put too much sweetener in it.
Okay.
I don't make coffee for myself.
No? You're not sneaking it?
Why would you care?
I don't think you should be having coffee quite yet. Well, a little sip here and there I think is fine. At what age did you start drinking coffee? I started drinking coffee when I was, I think, 12 or 13.
Remember when I was 8 and I was said for my birthday I wanted to drink the coffee and I was so disappointed because you didn't put any creamer in it?
I know, I just gave her some coffee. I was like, you asked for coffee. There you go. Delicious. Okay, you guys, this is good. Are you giving this 2 thumbs up? I don't think you have to think about it that hard. This is
2
really,
thumbs up.
it's really
It's
good.
good.
It's 2 thumbs up from both of us. She's just playing around here. Spice, pastry, coffee bean, brown sugar, spice, and butter. Listen, you cannot go wrong with this. It smells exactly like this label. It is a gingerbread tiramisu. You smell that like gingerbread. It's a really like soft, like delicious gingerbread. There is some definite notes of coffee in here. It's not overwhelming coffee. It's not bitter. The brown sugar, absolutely. The spices, it's the perfect amount of spice in this one. It's not overly spicy. The cinnamon, it's definitely a little spicier on the cinnamon component, but Still not like pure red hot cinnamon, but there's quite a bit of that in here. Quite a bit of just like straight up cinnamon. And I think it kind of makes this fragrant. This is delicious, you guys. I'm in love with this one. I think so far this might be my favorite here.
Second favorite.
Second favorite? Okay. All right. And then we have one more. Are you ready? That's your second favorite?
Yeah, but this is my first.
Okay. All right. We'll reiterate our favorites at the end, but yes.
Do I need to like read all of them at the end? Like.
Yes. I'll let you put them in order. Okay. All right. Fireside Chai is our last fragrance that we're going to sniff through. And here we just have what is probably a cup of chai in front of a fireplace. Nice cozy scene. I do like the label on this one as well. And I'm just going to take a look here. I'm very curious to see what you're going to think about this one.
I'll cut some slack on that. I'd say it has kind of like a tiny bit of like a fiery scent.
Oh, she's smelling, you smell some fire? You mean smoke?
Smoky kind of.
Smoky, okay.
I'm not sure what you would say for this, but got him in my third favorite because it's really good. I just can't pick up the other scents on like what it is.
Okay.
Tiny bit of vanilla.
Tiny bit of vanilla in there as well. Okay, well, let's see what the fragrance notes are. Are you guys ready? Bourbon, cider, wood smoke, wood, amber, and spice.
I swear I smelled the vanilla.
I can see where you can maybe smell a little bit of vanilla there, but you called out that smokiness, and that is not, I'm kind of surprised she like said that, because when you first stick your nose in here, it's not one of the first things that like pops up, I guess you could say. This definitely has some true cider spices in it. And I actually feel like there is some apple in here. I feel like I smell some like fresh apple notes in here. It's not listed, but it's kind of like an apple cider base. More so than a chai, I feel like. This smells like a holiday version of an apple cider. There is that little bit of smoke, that wood smoke that's kind of lingering in the background here. And it's beautiful and it totally works. Amber, I really don't smell the amber in this one. Usually I can pick that amber out, but I don't pick it out in this one on cold sniff. Also that bourbon note, this doesn't smell boozy. Do you think this smells like alcohol at all? Like the kind of stuff that Dad drinks sometimes?
Not like alcohol.
Not like alcohol, yeah. So she doesn't get the boozy note on cold sniff either. Maybe that develops once we light this one up, but I really like this one. I like this as a holiday cider scent, so I'm a big fan of this one. So next, Stella, you are going to rate all of them from favorite to least favorites.
Okay. So my first one is Christmas in Manhattan, and I give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
The next one is Gingerbread Tiramisu. I give it a 10 out of 10 too.
Ooh, we have two 10 out of 10s. And in very different categories. So I'm kind of surprised. I'm impressed.
Next is the... What's my goldfish now? Next is the Fireside Chai.
Which apparently smells like goldfish now.
I give this one a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10? Okay, there we go.
I give this one a 7 out of 10. It's still good, but I wouldn't like be like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite scent ever. Make me smell like it.
Okay, so we have a 7 out of 10 for Winter Spice. I like it.
Here comes Santa Claus. I give this one... I feel like it's better than that one, but I like that one a little bit better, but I want to give it like a higher rating. Is that weird?
No, it's not weird.
It's an 8.
We're giving this one an 8 out of 10. But you're still giving this one a 7 out of 10.
And it's higher than that one. I don't know. I just like that one more, but like, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Sometimes just you have an opinion. It's totally fine.
4. out of 10.
Okay, well, we have a 4 out of 10 with the cran apple toddy. Here are my picks. I think that I'm just gonna give you guys my 2 personal favorites, and it's kind of hard because I'm tempted to give it to the Here Comes Santa Claus because it's such a great tree scent. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the Winter Spice and the Gingerbread Tiramisu as my picks. You think?
Yeah.
You think those are good? So these are my 2. Anyway, thank you so much, Stella, for helping. I really appreciate you being here.
You're welcome.
So again, if you guys are interested in checking any of these out, they are live on the website. So go take a look, read through the fragrance notes. I don't think there's a bunch of other reviews up quite yet, but those should be coming in the coming weeks here as people receive their initial orders and start sniffing through the candles. But personally, I'm a pretty big fan of this country candle collection. I think it's nicely balanced. I think there is a little something for everybody, and yeah, I'm gonna start burning these and enjoying them, not this next week, but the following week. So you should be seeing some post-burn reviews, hopefully before the end of October, actually. So I'm really excited to dig into all of these candles. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Check out the description box for the links to where to find these, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.